All right, so thank you very much, Mr. Prince Light, for that testimonial you shared about the ease of trading with this technology and working with this team. This is what happened in the last few days. And I want people to understand that this is extremely easy. It's extremely easy, and there's no cause for alarm. And if you work with this team, you don't even need to understand what I'm showing you on the chart now, but we do the dirty job for you. We have a team of trade analysts that look at the market and determine, signals for you. We have some external groups that also create these signals for us. All right, so look at this chart here. BTC price was right here, okay? And it was even flat for a while, okay? Just going in a very narrow range, just here, going here. Now, suddenly, on the 1st of December, right on the 1st of December, about 1 a.m., the market started moving up. The market moved up from 1st of December, reached its peak on the 9th of December, in the morning on the 9th of December. So that's 9 days of bullish momentum. And we always tell people who join our business meetings that whatever goes up must come down. This is one of the rules I want everybody in this team to understand. After the pump comes the adjustment. Okay? So this is what we call a correction. Does that mean it's going to go down to zero? No. If you look at this chart, you will see that there is a liquidity level here. All right? There's a liquidity level here. But at the same time, this is where we have what we call, let me look for that term. The term is called, just a moment, an order block, right? So this is an order block, and this is another order block. So price can drop to this level, go up, or drop to this level and go up, or drop to this level before going up, all right? And here you have a very thick order block. So when you are a trader, you celebrate when it's pumping, when it's going high, when it's going up. Oh, absolutely amazing. But guess what? You are equally ready when the market is dipping. And let me say this, there is a futures component in RoyalQ. And we're going to activate that futures component. We're going to get a team of maybe 2-3 people who are going to be testing the futures component come next month. We're going to be experimenting with it. When we experiment with it for a month, 2 months, or 3 months, we can open it up to a larger group of people who want to take those futures trades. So that when the market is dipping, they can also remain in the game. And I want to show you one of the assets that is in the bot, okay? One of the asset classes in the bot. I'm going to go to the futures section. And one of the asset classes is BTC USDT perpetual. Another asset class is Ethereum USDT perpetual. So let's go look at some of those perpetual classes. All right, because let's see, Ethereum USDT PEP. Okay. Perpetual, let's see. Okay. So I could say this is Bitcoin USDT perpetual for Binance. Okay. This is Ethereum premium. So let's look at this Bitcoin USDT perpetual. So at this point, we were already expecting a dip. So the moment we saw this here, trust me, it was already overdue. And we will place our sell here and take a very good 4-5. We don't want to be greedy. Take 3-4-5% and get out. So this is one of the things we plan for the future on this thing. All right. But this is the explanation of what happened in the last few days. When the market is doing this, it's no cause for alarm. You relax, because once it hits here, it's going up. Let's do something here. I want to check the fib retracement. If I pick my fib retracement from here and drag it up here, You see, it's telling me that this is the 0.618% level. Right from here, this market can begin to shape its way up again, or it could drop to here and shape its way up again. So mastery of these tools will help you. So that's a little bit of some technical stuff. We're going to come back to those technical stuff in a moment. But for now, I just want to take us on a presentation of this amazing opportunity. And I want to know if we have any prospects here on the session. All right, if you're a prospect in the meeting, just type 1 in the chat box. All right, I want to know if you're joining us for the first time as we delve into the explanation of this bot. All right, so with that said, I'm going to just call up my presentation slides here and run through it. So if you're a prospect in this meeting, feel free, type 1 in the chat box so I can know you're a prospect. And if we all are members, just type 0. If you're a member, just type 0 in the chat box so that I know that, oh, we have a lot of members here. So we have a prospect here, 1. A prospect has typed 1. Okay, thank you very much. All right, so thank you very much, everyone who has given that feedback. Mr. Victor, thank you very much. So here's a presentation of this opportunity, and I'm going to run through it fast. I'm going to make it simple so that you understand why we are here and why we do what we do. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Zomatu, for being here. Now, a lot of people want access to the dollar in some West African countries. If they see the dollar, they feel like, oh, this is the best thing that can happen to me. But did you know that the dollar is losing value year after year, year after year? Do you know that every fiat currency is losing value? And one of the reasons fiat currency loses value is governments always print more money. And that is what's called quantitative easing. When there's quantitative easing, government is trying to cushion suffering for the people. For example, during the COVID-19 pandemic, they just went ahead and created more money and just printed and filled up the whole place. Now, this causes inflation, and fiat currency will always lose value. Every country prints money. That is the job of their apex bank. They will always print money, one way or the other. So this is how the US dollar has continued to lose value from 1913 to 2013. So if you had $1 million in your family that you kept somewhere in a bank, that your $1 million over the last 100 years, you'll just have about less than $100,000 left. And you see, it kept on dwindling from 2013 to 2019, keeps going down, down, down. So 2019 keeps going down. So this is something you need to understand. That is what fiat currency has to offer. Fiat currency will always lose value. If you just hold on to fiat currency and you think you're holding on to money, give it a couple of years and the value of what that same money can buy will be reduced. And many of us in the countries we live in already understand this fact, because what you used to earn 5 years ago can hardly purchase the same items today. That is the reality of our world. What can help you to cushion the effect? What can help you hedge against inflation? The answer is the blockchain. The blockchain is where everybody has a level playing field. The billionaire is on the same level as the ordinary person who can't afford even $1 million or $100,000. Everybody's on the same level. Yes, capital is king. The only difference is the amount of capital the billionaire has. But on the level of opportunity and the ability for the blockchain to change your life, you are on the same level. Because of the equal playing field that the blockchain creates, people have begun to pay attention to it. Less than 4% of the world's population are on the blockchain. So what is the blockchain? It is a distributed ledger. You know, debit, credit, basic ledger, that's what the blockchain is. So imagine a banking general ledger being available for the entire world to see. So if your bank is, for example, any of the popular banks, just imagine that every transaction is available on the internet. Every debit, every credit, you can just go to their website and see as accounts are being debited and credited. So you can see the account balances of all the accounts. Nothing is hidden. You can see the number of people who are billionaires in that bank. You can see those who are really holding the bank up. You might not know their identity, but you just know this is the code for the account. So you can just have an estimate. Oh, there are 100 billionaires in this bank. Wow. And they have this amount of money. And you can begin to trace how they spend their money and how they move the money around. That transparency is what the blockchain brings, and people love it. People love that transparency. But there's a definition of blockchain I need you to understand. It is the internet of value. If you're joining my webinar for the first time, I need you to really understand this. The blockchain is the internet of value. YouTube, Facebook, all of those internets, Google, they are internet of information. Anything you want to learn, just go to the internet and type, you're going to learn it. If you want to learn anything and you're not using the internet, you're setting yourself backward. In the same way, if you want to make some amount of money and you're not on the blockchain, which is the internet of value, you are missing out. What is value? Value is something you can convert to money. So the blockchain can actually be called the internet of money. All right. The value there are different coins, different tokens, parcels of land, the metaverse, NFTs. All of these are different things that give value on the blockchain. If you have some of these things, you are holding on to wealth. Now, remember, there was a time Bitcoin was costing less than $1. A few persons who bought that, people who put $1,500 into Bitcoin at that time, they got some value, but they didn't know how it was going to skyrocket. Those who bought, even with $500 today, their lives are changed. They don't need to worry about money. Why? Because they just took the chance to become a part of the evolution that was happening. That blockchain that they bought into gave them a level playing field. And many of them who were nobody before today have become legends when it comes to their financial muscle. This is why I say, no matter your experience in the past, no matter where you have lost money online, no matter how much you've lost, you dare not give up on the blockchain, especially if you're from Africa. You dare not give up on the blockchain, because the blockchain is going to unlock wealth for you and your family. This is the reason why we do what we do, and we want people to understand this. Many people are, helpless, thinking of how to succeed, how to manage themselves. It's pretty much confusing. But we're telling you, all right, if you live in a third world country, you have the same pedestal. You can get it on the blockchain, position yourself, and in the space of a few years, you begin to experience financial freedom. Now, there are many scams on the internet of money, of course. Because it's the internet of money, there are many scams. How many of you have been scammed here? If you have been scammed before on the blockchain, can you drop S in the chat box and tell me what you think? If you've been scammed, just type S in the chat box. Yeah, I've been scammed myself. So let me just type S in the chat box. It's difficult to see somebody who has never lost money on the blockchain. How most of us have been scammed one way or the other. All right. So well, at least we're two of us here who have lost money on the blockchain. If you have lost money in the past, you did not give up. The blockchain is a distributed system. It is immutable. It is anonymous. It's secure. It's timestamp, data immutability, non-repudiation of transactions. That is one of the things that makes the blockchain super powerful. So I've given you a little bit of lecture about the blockchain. And now let me tell you more about the evolution of money. You see, you all know the history of money, but look at where we are. And we are here. And money is evolving. This money is evolving. And global financial system, they are seeing this. They are observing how the blockchain is shaping finances. So we're simply telling you to get ahead of the game, become among the first few who get on the blockchain. How can you navigate the blockchain, milking dollars every single day? Now, by the way, let me tell you one of the favorite quotes I say here. If you can make $1, you can make $1 million. It's just a question of time. I want to show you a technology that can, help you make $1, $2, and progressively take you to $1 million. Now, what you're going to learn in the next few slides is something that might look strange to you if this is the first time you're learning it. But let me tell you this, just take it as if you're doing a degree, learning something new. There are many people today, there was this video I shared, many people have PhDs. PhDs are not bad. Master's degrees, they are good, they are great. These things are adding value to the society. But those certificates on the, by themselves, if not well utilized, or if you're not well positioned, will become useless. And somebody made this quote to me. He said, certificate without money is just an ordinary A4 paper. A member of my team sent me this message. He said, a certificate without money is just an ordinary A4 paper. A degree certificate, a master's degree certificate, a PhD certificate, without achieving your goals, it's not the way life is meant to be. I know that there are fields of research, and there are people who pursue those research. Apart from those people who just will dedicate themselves to research, if you're not able to take care of yourself, then your certificate is just an A4 piece of paper and of no value to you. Today, I want to show you so that you can become somebody. Whether you have a certificate or not, you can get on the level playing field and transform your life. Well, RoyalQ is a technology here, and it's all about robotics, automated trading. That is what we're here to talk about. Well, automation is a part of our lives right now. Automation is all over the place. Artificial intelligence is taking over the world. We have seen cars that, you won't see a driver. Artificial intelligence, automation is driving people to their destinations, dropping them off, and moving on. The vehicles operate, by themselves. And some of these automated cars have also been spotted even in Nigeria. Okay. We have automated delivery technologies. We have robotic cooks. We have robotic office assistants. You see, a lot of things are available with technology. During the COVID-19 pandemic, remember this robotic butler? It was delivering items to people in hotels. So the robot cannot get COVID-19. So it was moving items from room to room and reducing the spread of the pandemic. We have robotic policemen who, these robots help police to avoid, putting themselves in line of fire unnecessarily. So where there are mines, these robots go, locate the mines, trigger them, explode them, demine the environment. These robots can capture criminals, break through walls, disarm, dispose bombs. And, it's really an interesting thing what robotics has got to do with our lives. But hey, we're not here to talk about police work or other things. We're here to talk about trading. So how can automation help you in your trading? That is where RoyalQ comes in. Remember, I showed you that the future of money is the blockchain. All right. And you can get in on this blockchain now, which is also called the Internet of Value. But you need to enter with a technology that will help you navigate easily. That technology is RoyalQ. It has been working for us since 2021. By the way, let me tell you a secret. In 2021, when we embraced RoyalQ, we did not understand the bot. We were like people that were given a new toy that we didn't know how to use it. And so we made some mistakes in using it. And people use the wrong settings. So we've had to learn the hard way. There are a lot of people who used the wrong settings and gave up and walked away. But some of us kept using our settings, tweaking them, and today we have a system that is delivering massive income to our friends and our families. This is a very fast technology. It buys fast. It sells fast. It works for you 24/7. No stories. You'll be making money every single day. I'm telling you, even on Christmas Day, we're going to be making money with this bot. That's the beauty of it. There's no public holiday on the blockchain. The question is, are you ready for the Internet of Money? Now, this page is extremely important. This page will show you why this platform protects you from scamming. Please pay close attention. All right, stop whatever you're doing and pay attention to this slide. So this is the RoyalQ servers located in various parts of the world. Now, this is your bank account, a blockchain bank account. So you have Bybit, you have Binance. So this is, let's just say this is your Binance account, okay? So your cryptocurrency exchange like Binance is like a bank, but what you have there is a digital asset, okay? Now, your money, your capital remains here. Very important for you to remember this. Your capital remains in your bank when you are trading with RoyalQ. In other platforms where you have been scammed, where I have been scammed, every single time I was scammed, the platform told us to move our money from our bank accounts and move it to their platform. RoyalQ, make sure you don't have to do that. So because your money is in your bank account, your digital asset bank account, you are safe. Now, this technology cannot withdraw from your bank account. Your bank disables withdrawal. So this bot only has the ability to read and trade, buy, sell, buy, sell. That's all it can do. Now, when it buys, it doesn't sell at a loss. It waits for the price to rise and it sells as profit. So this is your bank account and this is the RoyalQ server. Now, this is your phone. At the bottom here is your phone. Your phone is a television screen. It's a way that you get to set up RoyalQ and your bank account Binance to cooperate together. So you download the Binance app, set it on your phone, do your KYC, move your money there. Then you download the RoyalQ application, set it up on your phone, and do what we call API binding. The API binding connects the technology RoyalQ to your bank account. Now, once you set up your trade, and maybe you lose your phone or your phone drops into the water, it doesn't matter. Your trade continues to run because your trade is running over the internet between RoyalQ servers and Binance. So your phone is just a television screen. It's just a television screen. The fact that your television is broken doesn't mean that television service all over the world has stopped, all right? It's just your TV that is broken, right? Get a new TV and you get access to television service again. That's exactly what's going on here. So if you are out of network and your trades can keep firing, it doesn't matter. You don't have to be there to be checking every single day, especially if you're doing the autopilot option. Okay, so that is that. Your money, if you have $1 million, it stays here in your bank account. It stays here in your bank account. All that you send to RoyalQ here, all that you send to RoyalQ is the price of the bot and gas fee. I'm going to come to that in a moment. That's all you send to RoyalQ. Your trading capital remains in Binance. So this is a really powerful system that you can trade with rest of mind. See, since I started RoyalQ in 2001, nobody has said RoyalQ scammed them. Nobody has said RoyalQ stole their money. No. Everybody just observes the market, entry, exit, makes money. This bot can really add value to your life. And that is why since 2021, we've started opening people's eyes to this bot. We say, come on, embrace this technology and let's change our lives together. So what can this bot do for you? Very easy. This bot can give you 10 to 50% every single month. In fact, it can give you more than 50%. But on the average, we tell people minimum of 8 to 10% if the market is really, really bad. Okay? So there are good months when the market is really very good, and there are months when the market is not really so good. This is a part of trading, all right? We need to understand that this is not a Ponzi scheme. So there are days the market is going to be pumping, like I showed you earlier during the presentation. From December 1, the market fired up like crazy and then decided to dip and make correction for a few days. So that's normal in trading. That's very, very normal when it comes to our trading. Now, this bot can make money for you, whether the market is going up, down, sideways, up. You make more money when it's going up. When it's going sideways, you also make some money. When it's going down, you also make some money. But more money is made when it's pumping up. It buys and it only sells when it's profitable. It doesn't sell at a loss. Never at a loss. People say, oh, do I lose money? No. You simply hold your position and allow the bot to trade for you patiently. Of course, if you have a need, you can decide to sell off manually take a little bit of loss and use your money for those who have emergency. I know somebody who called me and said, "Oh, I need money. My $300. I need to really sort some things out." And I said, "Cool, just end the trade and take the money. When you're ready, you come back and resume your trading." That's the power of this bot. The worst case scenario is RoyalQ tells you, "Okay, we're tired of offering you this service. I think you don't deserve it. We're shutting down our operations." Your money remains in your Binance. RoyalQ cannot take that money. All right? You can just sell off and use your money for whatever you want to do. Now, the technology keeps you safe. There's what we call API binding that restricts IP connectivity. Make sure it's only RoyalQ servers that can operate your bot. So that's an additional security. I've already shown you this chart on how the market moves. Again, I would say when it goes up, expect it to correct and go down. That's the way the market operates. We don't want you to be a trader that when the market suddenly drops by 20% or 30%, you begin to panic. It's newbies do that a lot. But I'm using this opportunity to encourage you that when the market has pumped for a while, expect it to dip. It's natural. It makes that correction. It's normal. And later on, it picks up and fires up again. That's the way the market behaves. Okay? That's the way the market behaves. You can see here, it came down. It's coming down. It was not the end of the world. It went up again. It came down. Coming down is not the end of the world. It went up. It came down again. Oh, the world did not end. It went up. Okay, somebody who bought in here would say, "Oh, it's dipping, it's dipping, it's dipping." Just relax yourself. It's part of trading. All right. And you see, it still went up again. So I need us to understand this. All right. Because that's one of the secrets to trading. And of course, some people don't always say, people ask me this question. So I want you to understand this. Your capital will be in your Binance account or Bybit as USDT. So that's USD Theta. Okay. Once you have USDT, depending on the coin that wants to be traded, okay, that you want to trade, RoyalQ will go take from your USDT, buy the asset, hold it on it hit until it rises to your profit target. When it hits your profit target, you might be sleeping when it hits, it will automatically sell off, and when it sells off, it's getting back USDT. And it will return that USDT to your USDT wallet. All right. So it will do that again and again and again and again while you're sleeping. All right. That is the beauty of this bot. Sometimes when you go to bed, before you wake up in the morning, you see that your bot has made you money. So how do we trade? How do we trade? And I'm going to take some time to explain this. There's a hands-free method that is $3,000 minimum. It's what we encourage people to use for the hands-free trading. And we encourage Acro as one of the coins. But there are other coins. Arbitrum is also another very, very good coin. All right. CFX is another very, very good coin. So these are all assets you can trade with $3,000 each. Okay. So it doesn't have to be just Acro. So if you come to me with $10,000, I will likely tell you to trade these three coins. But here's the thing. People who trade autopilot need to use our latest settings. All right. Make sure you get our latest settings, and you have to be patient. Autopilot trading is not for short-term thinkers. If you're somebody that cannot be patient, because you're going to have months that the market is going to be, you could have a month, the market is dull, you're making just 10% or 9%. All right. That should not make you get emotional, because the very next month it could pump and you make 60, 70%. It happened in April. With Acro, some people made 80% in 1 month. They're trading Acro in August. All right. So this is the nature of the market. So if you're going to do the hands-free method, you have to be somebody that can tolerate highs and lows, and with the right settings. Okay, 2% per call drop, 1.6% per call drop. Don't worry if you don't understand what I mean by call drop. We have videos to guide you. Once you use these right settings, you always will be in the game. You always will be in the game, no matter where the market is going to. All right. Now we also have the hands-on. Method. Of course, when we say hands-on, it means it's not autopilot. See, the autopilot person is so busy, he doesn't have time to look at the charts, or he's just not interested in looking at the charts. But he has money, he doesn't want to look at charts. The hands-on person is somebody who doesn't maybe feels it's too busy. All right. So he can just come once in a week and look at his trades, or once in a month. That's it. Okay. But if you're somebody who doesn't have that much capital, or even if you have that capital, you can still do hands-on. I encourage people to combine both hands-on and hands-free. Now, how do you trade hands-on? One of the ways we make it easy for you is just for you to take signals from us. All right. We encourage you to take signals from us. Now, when you take those signals, you can make a lot of money because we have high accuracy with our signals. We get signals from various teams. And listen to this. At the end of this webinar, I'm going to show you different settings to use for different signals. So don't use one setting for every signal, because when it comes to sniper signals, you don't want to use some settings. You want to use some other settings. For every trade, you want to be able to tolerate at least 7 to 10% dip, even for sniper signals. Okay, I'm going to show you after this session how to do all of that in a jiffy. Okay, so that's hands-on signals. And you can start with that with even $100, especially for the sniper signals. With $100, you can get started. Okay, I'm telling you, with $100, you can get started. $100 is not a barrier, but we always encourage you to come in with $350 or higher, because that will help you make sense the money you make it. Right. So we also have the hands-on plus market analysis. In this case, you have watched our videos, you can analyze charts yourself. In fact, that's where we want to take you to. We want to take you to a place where you can, on your own, sit down with your system, look at the market and predict this is where the market is going, and make money on your own. That is exactly what we're doing here. People will charge you hundreds of dollars to show you this, but we tell you, because you're on our team, we can show you for free. So that's a hands-on method with market analysis. All right. We have great results for our trading. Some trades end within a few minutes, of a few hours, some days. Don't be surprised if some trades take up to 7 days. It happens. All right. So just let you know that that happens at times. So every trader requires patience. It's a very simple to easy to use app. At the beginning of this presentation, Mr. Priestley gave us a little bit of lowdown on how easy it is. It's actually very easy, because you save your settings, and once you see a signal, all you do is go use that setting, just click on it, trigger it, and fire the trade. Within 30 seconds, you set your trade and trigger it. All right. And it's real time, and it's a very secure system. Since 2021, we've been making money with this bot successfully. So how do you get started? You get started with just $120, $120. That's what it takes to get started. All right. Simple, easy to use. People at times ask me for the website of RoyalQ, and I tell them it's https://royalqs.com. royalqs.com. https. All right. Take note of that. So there's something else you have to send a fuel fee, right? So if you're trading small capital, $20 will be enough for fuel fee. But if you're trading with $3,000 autopilot, I'll tell you have at least just put $150 or $200 fuel fee. And if you're trading a crazy coin like Acro that's pumping when you're sleeping, just make sure you have enough fuel fee, because you don't want to miss out on your trading because you have very little fuel fee. What is fuel fee? Just like you fuel your car for your car to operate, this is the fuel you have to put into the bot for the bot to operate. All right, you activate with $120 and you use $20 for fuel fee. So here's what happens. For every profit the bot makes, the bot will take 20% and it will give you 80%. While you are sleeping, it's making profit for you. So the bot will take 20% and give you 80%. Now, where can the bot take the 20% from? It can't withdraw from your Binance. So you have to drop that dollars inside the bot's USDT wallet. So there's an internal RoyalQ bot USDT wallet. That is where you can drop your fuel fee or gas fee. That is also where you drop your activation funds, the $120 before you activate. So please, we have an app on Apple and Google, Android. This is an example of the autopilot strategy that in the month of August, it was crazy. Look at the money this account was making with just $3,000 every single day. So market can pump, but there are some days that the account just made, let's see. There are some days the account just made, $11. There are some days that were low. So it's not every day that we'll be generating huge income, or we have to be used to that. But here's the thing, within 7 days, this account made 15% return on investment in the month of August. August was crazy. All right. August was insane. It was a crazy month. So that happens a lot of times. And of course, this is a progression on the account. Even when it added to turn to $6,000, it's really an exciting thing to behold. All right. People are making money with this bot, even with lower income. This is an account that's with $100. The account makes $6 some days, $5 some days, $1. You know, it's really an exciting thing. And like I say, if you can make $1, you're on your way to $1 million. And this is an audio file of somebody who was excited in August. August trade was mad. Let me use the word mad. That was really rewarding. You know, that's just trying to hype that up. So look at what he's saying.
I just started this business on the 14th of last month, and with $100 capital, and so far so good. This is my report. I've been trading on 1.2% profit, 1.2% take profit, because I don't want to waste too much time in the market. But as you can see, I'm making progress.
Absolutely. He was really making progress. This is another person who was making crazy profits at the same time. The market has really been very rewarding for many. All right. So this is a page. I call this wealth creation in a few years. Please pay attention. It takes years to transform your life with a starting capital of $3,000. I will repeat that when you decide that you want to trade on autopilot trading and go for the $1.5 million transformation, starting with just $3,000, it is not a 6-month thing. It's not a 4-month thing. All right. On this thing, we have a couple of people who join funds together. They want to trade over a period of 8 years, 7 years, and start with $3,000 with the possibilities of hitting $1.5 million. That is what is possible. And RoyalQ can take that. It can give you that because it's the safest business in the world online. It's consistent. It can give you 100 to 200% gains every single year. All right. So this can take you out of poverty. So if you're planning for your retirement and you're somebody that feels that right now you don't have any stable options on how to become a millionaire at the age of 60, I'm telling you that you can start with RoyalQ, get $3,000, $6,000, or $9,000, and set autopilot on 3 assets and let it run. Okay, you let it run, it will give you $100 to $200 gains every single year. I'm not even talking about compounding. If you withdraw the profits and just simply keep 100% gain every year, you can achieve this feat in a few years. And if you add compounding, that changes the whole game. Remember to use the latest settings whenever you want to trade autopilot. All right, so who does this fit? Somebody who is a short-term trader cannot do this. So don't build a team of people. You know, some family members come together and raise $3,000. Now, don't combine your funds with anybody who is a short-term thinker. Don't combine with anybody who is an impatient person, because it's going to take time. Because there'll be good months and there'll be poor performing months. But at the end of the year, you look at your capital and you've exceeded your expectations. So patience is key. The journey to $1 million, it just needs a little bit of patience to allow your money work for you. This is a wealth creation technology that we are offering you here. And anybody can do this. It is the internet of money. You can tell yourself, I'm going to start. You can say, I'm 50. I want to be a millionaire in dollars at the age of 60. You begin your journey with RoyalQ. I'm telling you, 6, 7, 8 years, you realize that you have $1 million worth as trading capital. And then you can retire with rest of mind, with joy. What made that possible? The internet of money, the internet of value. the blockchain, the level playing field you have with everybody else. All right. And that is what we encourage you to do. Of course, there are people that do this on their own without combining with people. We actually encourage you to do it on your own. But when family members have to combine, just let everybody be on the same page so that they can have it, on the good side for everyone. So how do you get started with this technology? Just get the link from whoever invited you. Right after this meeting, ask for the link, sign up, and send your $120, activate your bot. Even if you don't have trading capital, just activate and begin to learn. You can begin to learn with $50, $100. Don't wait until you have $2,000, $5,000 before you start learning. You can start learning with $100 or $200. Practice. If you have $500, you can decide, okay, you're going to dedicate $150 to each trade and trade coins or trade assets at the same time. Begin to understand how this works. All right. And before you know it, you'll be like somebody who was test driving and now can drive. I had a session with somebody on Saturday, and the person was saying, wow, this thing is challenging. And I reminded the person that when you were learning how to drive, you likely made a lot of mistakes. You likely almost had an accident. You likely scratched your car. Okay, people have to be patient with you. It looked complex, but today you drive like the car is your arm, like you breathe. The car is a part of your body. Today you can drive while listening to music, while speaking on the phone. You can do all of those things at the same time. All right. You don't have to park to play the CD. When you start driving, if you want to play the CD, you have to park to change the channel of the station because you didn't know how to do it. So practice makes permanent. All right. Don't expect, it's not about perfection. Practice makes permanent. When you practice your trading, you become somebody who has permanent knowledge about what the trading technology can deliver. Now, please be careful on the internet. We always put this slide. Be careful. Be careful. There's spear phishing. If you are an important personality, there are people targeting you with emails, with links in documents. Be very careful. They're trying to hack into your phone. Be very careful because cyber terrorism is more deadly than even the physical terrorism. Most terrorists go the cyber way, internationally, because there's a lot of money in cyber terror. So don't click links. If you see an email that says, oh, there's an opportunity to double your salary, don't click on it. You see an email that says, oh, there's a giveaway don't click on it. All right. If it's telling you to go to a website, don't go there. If you know the website of the platform, just go type it. So if you get an email that tells you, oh, this airline is giving away these tickets, just go directly to the airline website. Don't click on the link. Just be very careful because there are people trying to get a hold on your money. All right. So the VIP membership program is for those who want to build a business. All right. All I've been saying for the past few minutes is for people, you can make money here without talking to anyone. Just trading yourself. You can make 10 to 50% monthly. You can make 100 to 500% yearly. All right. But there's a lot of money to be made from talking to people. And this part of the business is optional. There are people who don't like talking to people. But when you have something that works, why won't you share it with people? Why won't you share it? Why would you keep it to yourself? Let me tell you a secret. There's a Nigerian, the number one in Africa, who has made almost $700,000 by sharing the opportunity about RoyalQ. There's another person who has made $800,000 from building the business. There are some others who have made $1 million, $3 million just by building this business. Don't underestimate this opportunity because this opportunity can eradicate poverty from you and your family. And if you are well-to-do, it can create even more cash flow for you. All right. So I want you to know that if you want to build a business, and I really encourage you to, and I'm going to say this, don't spend all your time on trading. You need to trade, understand trading, but challenge yourself that you're going to build a team of 20 to 100 persons. Now, I'm not saying you have to bring 100 persons yourself, but determine that you're going to build a team of 20. That makes you a junior, That makes you a middle broker. Okay. Now, when you start this opportunity and you start referring people, every referral you make and the person activates, you're going to get $30. So if you get 10 people in with your link, you're going to make $300. If you do that within a week, that's $200 in a week. All right. Now, if those people also build with you, before you know it, you have a team of 20, or you can just tell yourself you're going to get 20 persons. Once you achieve that, you become a middle broker. Now, as a middle broker, anybody you refer, you're going to be getting $40. But the beautiful thing about a middle broker is that you already have a team. And that team, you begin to earn gas fee from the entire people trading in your team. As a junior broker, V1, you're only going to be earning gas fee from your direct downlines. Just your direct downlines, those you brought in directly. But when you become a middle broker, that's a V2, you become somebody that earns from gas fee from your entire team. Imagine people trading $3,000 in your team, $10,000. You're going to be making gas fee from them. This gas fee is huge. It's insane. If you have a large team trading some massive capital. All right. I'm telling you this because it's been life-changing for me. This week, I hit $60,000 in RoyalQ income from the compensation plan. And this is just me doing this with my team. All right. Me doing this with my team. It's a very powerful team. All right. So I'm encouraging you to spread the word about RoyalQ. Spread the word about RoyalQ, and don't worry if people don't understand it, because people don't understand the blockchain. Don't get emotional if people look at you like, why are you telling me about this? Are you a scammer? Listen, people will misunderstand what they done. People will be afraid of what they don't understand. Once people don't understand something, they're always going to be afraid. All right. So your job is simple. You're going to ask them one question. If you want to build this business, just ask them one question. Hey, John, would you like to make 10 to 50% capital monthly trading on the blockchain with your money safe in your bank account while you're trading? Just ask that question. If you ask this question to 100 people, I'm telling you, 10, 15 people are going to join you to 20 people in a very short time. You have to tell them, hey, John, would you like to make 10% to 50% monthly trading on the blockchain with a technology that's been, reliable for 2 years, all right? And you're going to be making this money while your money is safe in your blockchain bank account without being scammed. If the person says, nah, I don't think I'm interested, don't waste your energy trying to convince the person. Just move on. But you need to let as many people as you can know that this exists. Now, don't try to explain RoyalQ to them. That is the mistake many people make. They try to explain everything to them. No. Just get them to the webinar. Bring them to the presentation, and we do the talking to them. If you do this, you can be somebody who can gradually go up the ranks and become what we call a V6. A V6 is a money Jedi. V6s, the last bull run, some of them were making $5,000 every single day. That's how powerful this compensation plan is. And the bull run is coming again. I'm telling you, get ready, because by the end of the first quarter of next year, it's going to be crazy, bullish momentum. You don't want to miss out on it. So go back and activate this bot and take the bull by the horn. These are just some examples of accounts who have made money. All of these accounts were gathered a long time ago. Okay, we took these snapshots a long time ago. Many of them have hit $1 million already. All right. This one that's 401,000 has crossed $1 million already. So I want you to know that many of us keep focusing on our fears. Fears. I'm afraid of losing money. I'm afraid of. Listen. People lose money every day. Poultry farmers lose money when their birds die. People who sow seeds lose money when cattle eat up their crops. When there's flooding, farmers lose money. People lose money in offline and online businesses. People lose money every single day. So you can't keep looking back at your past losses and think you're going to take yourself to the future. You have to work smart, learn from the past losses, and tell yourself what makes RoyalQ different. Your money is in your bank account while you're trading. That's the safest online business that's available. For those who want to build this business, this video always encourages me, and I believe it will encourage you too. If this is your first time, please watch it, because I tell myself some powerful words whenever I listen to it. So let's watch. All right, so I love this video. You see, the truth is you have to decide what you want for your future. Some years back, many years ago, I looked at my finances. The economy was much stable then than it is now, but I looked at my finances and I knew that the world generally was going to go towards chaos. And I told myself, what are my options to hedge myself against the chaos? I looked at my finances and I didn't like the way it was. Okay. And I remember, looking at my wife and, interacting with her. And I said, okay, I'm going to embrace network marketing. I said, I can see there are people who have made $1 million from, network marketing. I'm going to start. Now, when I started, a couple of people made fun of me. They laughed at me. They didn't understand why I was talking to other people. Some people even started avoiding me. They tried avoiding me. And when I tried to, I was so passionate about, it wasn't RoyalQ then. It was some other opportunity. So a lot of people started avoiding me, but I was training myself for the success to come. I was training myself. I was sowing my seed, because When I talk to somebody and the person tries to, behave funny, I laugh. And I said, I'm just talking to you because I don't know if you are the person I am calling. I am calling 100 people that are like me, 100 people that will work with me. So when I talk to one person and the person like, a little cold, I don't bother. I say, okay, you're not one of the 100. I'm going to talk to I'm looking for 100 people who are like me. And today I tell you that I have 100 people who are like me, but I had to pay the price in the initial stages of building the opportunity. I went all out. I did courses, I did trainings. I just knew that I had to change my financial destination. All right. And today when I coach people, I say, you just want to be comfortable and you don't want to sell. Let me tell you this. It's either you are a manufacturer of something you can sell, or you get something that is reliable and sell it. If you're going to survive in the economy that is coming, you must learn sales. Even for those thinking of Japa, the earlier you start learning sales, the better, because you need to learn to do what most people don't like doing. You can get out of your country and just go look for a sales job. And there are so many of those sales jobs. Start with RoyalQ and begin to learn with this team. We have trainings for you. Begin to share the opportunity. I can promise you that if you go all out, dedicate an hour a day to build your business, if you can take the rejection rocket from those that you meet along the way, don't worry if they are apathetic to what you have to say. Call your 100 people, call your 50 people. Just know that you are connecting with those 50 people. And trust me, how you're connecting with them, you don't know. You just can't figure it out yet. But just believe that there are people today that my spirits called them from the non-physical world. I said, for every rejection, I tell myself, I am meeting the people that I need to meet. And when I hit my target, people are going to look at me and say, show us the way. And recently, some people looked at me and said, okay, I need to make dollars. How? I will come to you and sit down and understand how you do it. And these are the same people that avoided, that mocked, and that laughed in the initial stages. So I'm just telling you, apart from trading, strive to make sure you build your RoyalQ business because it is a life-changing opportunity. All right, so in a moment, I'm going to share my screen and we're going to start looking at some other technical parts of the presentation. But for now, I just want to know if there's any prospect that has questions, and then we'll take it from there. There are different trades for different settings. When you see a signal that has the RQTMI, RoyalQ Motion International logo, and landmark on them, just make sure you use either the method 1. The method 1 is one shot. Look for the one shot options. Method 1, method 3, and method 5. All right, depending on your capital. Go and use this Excel sheet. We have explained this Excel sheet a lot of times. I'm not going to spend a lot of time. So when you see those sessions, those signals from the RoyalQ Motion International, use this because most times they take signals that they expect to dip first before it hits your target. All right. Sometimes they take signals that go straight to target, but most of the time they take signals that they expect to dip first. So this is what I mean. They can tell you here to buy. When they tell you to buy, they're expecting it to dip. So to use your money and you'll be making money dip before it come up and vomit. Do you understand? That's what I mean. So for that, use RoyalQ Motion International signals. Now, another thing, when you see the sniper entry, then I recommend this method for you. You can still use RoyalQ Motion International if the market dips, but I tell you that 95% of the time, those signals do not dip. I'm going to give you an example of a signal that came in this evening for 1 inch. All right. This 1 inch signal came, I took it. Because I know the market is dipping, this is what I did. All right, let's go to the trade setting. All right, look at I used 3 margin calls. Of course, remember 3 margin calls and I used $150. I could have used 500, but I decided to use $150 because I wanted to trade 3 margin calls. All right. But here's what you need to know. Depending on the market's movement, all right, you can use these 3 margin calls. So look at this. I'm tolerating 1% plus 2%, that's 3%, plus 5%, that's 8%. So because it's a sniper entry, I don't expect it to exceed more than 8 to 15% dip. So even if it consumes my 8%, it can dip some extra more, no problem. I know it will come out of it. And look at this method here, 248. This is the default martingale. So I use $150 as first buying amount. All right. Now, what that means is when it drops by 1%, it's going to buy 2 times 150, which is 300. So if you look at my trade, it's already using $450 in that trade. All right. And that is because it has bought this first margin call, which was 1% drop in price. Now I'm praying that it should drop by another 2%. That means drop well, so it will trigger this 4%. Somehow it did not trigger this 4 times. I mean, if you trigger this 4 times, it will do 150 times 4. That is $600. It will take $600 and put it on that trade. Now, when it puts this $600 in that trade, that is this 4 times, it will bring down the average price. It will bring down the average price. Then if it dips further, I can decide, okay, let it do 8 times 150. Okay, you understand? If I wish to, right? So one of the things you want to start with is don't trade with all your capital. Most times, if you put in all your capital, it will come out fast. You can make a lot of money. But then you have to be extremely patient in case the market goes against you. Now, for people who are not patient, that's why I recommend trade margin calls. You can even, if the market is generally pumping, do you understand? If you look at your chart and you see that Bitcoin generally pumping, all the coins are pumping, you can just do even 1%. That is why I said the energy sniper settings is a flexible margin call drop setting. You need to understand this setting, all right? So remember, if you have the RoyalQ Motion International settings, use the settings on the Excel sheet. Save it in your strategy settings. Then also save in your strategy settings these sniper settings, all right? Sniper energy settings. So you can decide to say or you say this is 1%, this is 2%, and this is 2.5%. That means you're telling yourself that you don't expect this thing to go more than 5% deep. Yeah, those sniper entries are that good. All right, when you see Apex Jumbo, those sniper entries are really quite good. Most times they deliver fast. But always protect yourself and allow some margin calls. Okay, so this has bought just 1 margin call, and you can see, even though it has bought just 1 margin call, you can see that the trade is just minus 1.09. I'm hoping that it's going to dip a little. I'm hoping it's going to dip a little so I can buy more. It can buy more assets and put it in the trade. So please remember always that the sniper entry, you can even trade it with just 2 margin calls. Understand these settings. Do you understand me? You can trade it if the market is pumping. You don't even need 3 margin calls. You just come here, change this to 2 or even just 1. If the market is pumping and you have $1,000, you can decide to make your first buying amount $400. Then you come here and just put 1 margin call. Okay. Then when you go to the margin configuration, you will see only 1 margin call. You can decide to put it at 2%. But don't trade with all your money. Try trade with 20 to 40% of your money, depending on if the market is pumping. And allow yourself to buy some deep. And if you don't have enough money to do 248, maybe because you put so much money in, yeah, who says you can't do 0.5 here? You can do 0.5 here. For example, if I put 0.5 here, it's going to buy 0.5 times 150, that is $75. If I put 0.5 here, it's going to buy 0.5 times 150, which is the first buying amount, which is $75 again here. all right? And it's going to buy it again. So this is a setting you have to understand. Save your sniper settings with 248 and maybe 123, all right? 123, which means you're tolerating 1 plus 2, 3, 3 plus 3, 6, 6% dip. That is how you should operate when you see sniper settings. Sniper settings, if you ever see team energy settings and I say it's a sniper signal. Now, here's the thing. Most times when I give those settings as signal, I say not sniper. I deliberately say not sniper because I'm just testing some things. But most times they operate like sniper signals because they hardly ever dip. All right? Because they hardly ever dip. 95, 97% of the time, they hardly ever dip. So for those kind of settings, you can also still operate with the 1, 2, 3. Or you can do 1, 1, 1. If the market is pumping generally, 1, 1, 1. And it doesn't have to be 248. It could be 1, 1, 1 here also. So if I have $150 as my first buying amount, I can say buy another 150 here, buy another 150 here, buy another 150 here. The beautiful thing about being in pre-margin calls is that you operate in whole warehouse mode. Whole warehouse mode always brings down the average price. As the market is dipping, it's bringing down the average price. So we don't expect a sniper signal to dip more than 5% to 10% most times, or more than 15%. If it dips up to 15%, just relax. It's going to reverse. Unless you're somebody that likes to take a loss, you can then take a loss. For example, if I see a signal, if I see a signal and this thing appears like this, especially if it's like on the 4-hour chart, all right? If it's on the 4-hour chart and I'm looking at the 4-hour chart and I see this, I'm going to just exit the trade. All right, I'll just exit the trade because after the pump, I'm expecting this. Once this appears here, I'll take my loss, exit the trade, and move on. But some people can't afford to do that. So you can just wait for it to dip. After it dips, it will still come back up. Okay? It will always still come back up. That's the nature of the market. So this is what I mean by energy sniper method. Energy sniper method or team energy sniper settings is a flexible setting that you use based on the market conditions. When the market is pumping, you can just do margin call drop 1, 1, 1 here. That means you're just saying if it's dipping, 3% dip, no problem. All right. And when it dips 3%, you tell it buy more of it. Either you put 0.5 here, depending on your capital. If you have $500 and you put 150 in, that means you can actually buy 150, 150, 150. That is 450 plus your 150, right? That is 600. So let's say you have $600. You can say first buying amount 150, first margin call, you buy 0.5 here. Or 1. If you put 1 here, that's another 150. If you put 1 here, that's another 150. If you put 1 here, that's another 150. And that's 450 plus your first buying amount, which is about 600. Okay? And before you know it, the market, if it dips, it might not even dip up to this 3% to just go straight to profit. If you go straight to profit without dipping, well, you put in 150, which is good enough. You make profit on 150. But if it dips against you, you're also going to celebrate it because your money is going to be used. If you don't have up to $600 and you put 150, you can put 0.5 here, which means 75. 0.5 here, 75, 0.5 here, 75, which is 75 plus 75 is 150 and plus this. So at the end of the day, you're also going to bring down the average price. Please, that is what we mean by team energy sniper. It's a flexible sniper entry method. So if you see a post with those sniper details, that's how you want to operate it. But please remember, any asset can dip in price. Don't panic. Just let the market do its thing. I had the trade. What's that trade? Let me give you that trade. Let me have that trade. What's that trade? There's this trade people were complaining about, WLD. So let me show you what WLD did. This was where I gave the signal. All right. Look at this. It was as if it was never going to hit. This thing was just dancing all over the place. But I just saw market bias here. I said, okay, no, voila. As long as it doesn't go below market bias. And it went and hit the targets. Okay? Everything about the signals I give to you, we have shown you in the trainings on the webinars. It's up to you to decide to go study them, practice them, and innovate on them. we've given you all the details you need to really make a lot of money on this, but trust me, if that screen I just showed you is confusing, it's actually very easy. Just go watch the YouTube links, watch list, and then we're gonna be feel free to chat me up. We can arrange any session over the weekend, anytime at your convenience if you are aggressive. But please, by all means, don't just spend all your energy on trading. I want people to build the business because there's crazy money in the business. Okay? But we have to trade properly. Once you master how to trade properly while you are building the business, get your team to also trade properly. All right? Because once people are trading properly, your team will be sustainable, in their growth. All right. Even if people are trading with $100, over time, somebody that can only afford $100 will be able to afford $1,000 over the years to come. Something will happen, they'll be able to afford $2,000 over the years to come because people will always grow. All right. So don't underestimate somebody who can only afford $100 today. $100 today, if he's able to keep renewing his bot and believe in where we are going to, he's going to be somebody that can trade with $10,000 within a few short years. So that's it about this setting. I hope it's clear to all members of the team. Mr. Victor, how do your hand is up? Is it an old hand? Okay, I guess I'm going to lower it. All right.
Okay, sorry. That's the old hand. I'm okay. I'm okay with the span.
All right. So different signals with different settings. When you see a sniper entry signal, sometimes don't bother trading it with the RQTMI settings. All right. Just trade it with this method I showed you. But if the market goes against you, just relax. Because you've not put all your money in it, you can go trading with other amounts. And this is what I'm going to tell you. Even if you're trading with $3,000, most times your trade might be using just $500 to $1,000 sometimes. And you will have $2,000 idle. What just stops you from using $200 to be doing sniper entry with that same $3,000? Do you get one sniper entry at a time? Practice, 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 and then at a point you just find out that let this 3,000 be auto rolling. Let me get another 3,000 to be doing manual hands-on trading. So that's it. Remember, we also have the Zoom strategy. Let me show you. This is where you set all your strategy. You have to set all your strategy down. You go to mine. When you go to mine, you click on my strategy settings. So this is where you save your strategy. I have a couple of these things saved here. I should sanitize it for my own sanity. You click on my strategy settings. So this is I have the RoyalQ to Motion International strategy here. I have the YouTube strategy here, which I saved also. So this is, let's edit this. Let's look at this. You can also use this to trade some signals. All right. Even the RQTMI signals, you can use this method to trade the signals. All right. So let me show you the margin configuration. Of course, it's 3 margin calls. Now let's click on margin configuration. You can see 3.5510. So this method, why I love it is no matter the signal, you have 10% here, 5%, that is 15, and this is 18.5. You're tolerating 18.5% drop in price. And you're doing just 3 margin calls, which means you are bringing down your average price. The more you bring down the average price, the more you approach the pump. Now, here's the thing. You use this method with 248. So you keep a lot of your money for when the trade goes against you. It's powerful. Because when people are saying, oh, it's dipping, you are excited because the dip is bringing down your average price. When it moves up a little bit, you hit massive profits. All right. So those are the strategies I want you to get used to. While you are trading the normal RQTMI strategy, which is very powerful. All right. I love the RQTMI price strategy because even in the deep sub mode, real-time settlement is creating some income for you. You can be making some money. All right. But while that is happening, I want you to also get used to this 3 margin call thing. All right. And with that sniper, remember when it's sniper entry, you reduce the percentage here to 1, 2, 3. All right. And do either 1, 1, 1 or 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, depending on your capital. And just have those settings saved on your strategy settings. All right. So that's my that's it from me to you. And I want to show something in a bit. I want to show something. Some of the signals we took of late. Let's go look at what the market revealed about them. All right. Let me go show you this. I gave you one of my the one I gave you personally was OMG, right? Yeah, I gave an OMG of late. So let me go call up OMG on my screen and let's see how it goes. OMG USDT. All right. So it dipped, okay? It dipped. So let's analyze this. I'm gonna share my screen again. Now this is the deep stuff for the members, yeah? This is the deep stuff for the members, not for everyone. Not everyone can cope with this. All right, so like I said, we always give you more than enough information. All right, so here's it. Give you the signal here. The market reversed. Okay, we expected a small profit before this, maybe 3%. Market reversed. This came up here, pointing down, but this is market bias. So relax yourself. Relax if you're in this trade. All right. Relax yourself. This is market bias. Market bias forms an automatic resistance, support level. Then this is a liquidity level. And this is also an order block. An order block under market bias. It's a good sign. Two liquidity levels. So this thing you see here, it might dip. Just relax yourself. Even if it dips this, it's going to come up and it will still deliver. And the beautiful thing is if you use our Team Energy Sniper settings, I just call it Team Energy Sniper just as a name. It doesn't mean that people haven't been using this before now, okay? You will be bringing down your average price, and when it fires back up, you'll be good to go. So let's watch how this trade goes. Market bias here, reversing. Maybe in a couple of webinars, we'll look at it and say, wow, excellent. It worked as we predicted. All right. Let me end this session by congratulating this team. If I click on reward details, we crossed $60,000 a few days ago. All right. It's the team's hard work and those who believe in this project. There are other teams performing better than us, but we still celebrate our wins. Okay. Here is what you need to know. How many businesses can take you to this level? Right now, I want you to know something. A lot of the money you're seeing here was from just pure gas fees. Let's see on the 10th. I don't know, I think some activations were done on the 10th. 2 activations, $30. All right. So 2 activations on the 10th, $30. All right. But you see that the gas fee was 75. So that means there was a 45% gain from just gas fee. So let me go to the 10th again and show you something. So let me scroll here so that we can see on direct quantification. What did direct quantification give? Okay. Okay, so not the summary, but let me see if I can get a summary somewhere. Okay, let me go here. Direct quantification for the 10th. So you can see direct quantification for the 10th summarized as this, but this reports can be funny at times. So we'll just look at it. Gas fees from direct downlines. That is what direct quantification is. And in the course of this journey, about almost $1,700 earned from direct downlines trading. This business is not a business where if you don't recruit, you're not making money. If you recruit and work hard for 3 years, 5 years, build your team, make sure that trading successfully, you go relax, you still be making money, even without recruiting. Many other businesses, you have to keep recruiting forever. But here, just build a team and make sure that trading. It's hard work, but it's going to pay you. Now let's go to the team quantification. Look at the 10th team quantification, 26th. All right. Direct quantification was 18. Now look at team quantification for, look at $58, $20, $10. You know, so this I need you to know that this is why we give you signals. It takes a lot of work to generate those signals. It takes a lot of work that when they're posting it in that other team, maybe RQTMI settings, maybe I'm too busy, I can't generate my signals. The moment they're posting it in the sniper settings, I just get it and post it for you guys. I try to make sure I'm prompting it. Most times, if I'm not prompt, I go look at the price. If the price is still good, I paste it. We do all of those things so that you can trade successfully. It's a lot of hard work. And trust me, if you can join us in that hard work, you're going to get to your destination. It's possible. Maybe you've never made up to $1,000. Maybe you have. Is there anybody here who has made up to $500 from team income on this screen? Is there anybody? I don't know if there's anybody. Is there anybody who has made up to $500? Yeah, I know some leaders here who have made up to $5,000, some $10,000. They don't like talking. Okay, so it's not just me, but I'm just showing this to encourage you. If you go crazy in RoyalQ, RoyalQ is gonna support your life goals. All right, so thank you very much, everyone, for being here. In the absence of any questions, I'm gonna say thank you, and may God grant you success in all your endeavors.